I'm Harikrishnan and I'm the founder and CEO of WeAssist. We are a company into insurance claims assistance. We have more than 40 individuals working out of our Bangalore corporate office here, and we have more individuals working out of our hospital locations. Another thing I would like to tell about is my building. I call it the green and sustainable building. I have more than 40 plus fruit bearing trees on my terrace. In the last 3 years, with my 10 kilowatt solar panel, I have not taken a single unit of current from the BESCOM itself. So the entire building energy is something which we are able to generate on our own. As a student, I think my journey started off pretty well. The way I would like to say it is because academically, if you see, I was doing pretty well. By 98, where I was going to be completing my 12th, I had already got a 75% scholarship for the University of Lincolnshire and Humberside back in the UK, and I was super excited and I was really looking forward to the entire thing. When the results came in for the 12th is when I realized that I had not cleared the most important paper, the computer science, and from being a superhero in front of family and friends did turn out to be a super failure. To be able to face that was by far my biggest challenge back in the day. A lot of times I've heard people say that you don't learn as much as from your success as you would learn from your failures, and I did realize that failure is where I learned a lot of things, and it made me a much humble and grounded person. Failing 12th meant that I had to repeat a whole year. Definitely people are not very confident about that. Would Hari go ahead and complete his graduation even? And that's where the story really changes for me, when my father introduced me to Alliance Business Academy, as it was called back in the day, and coming to this institution was the biggest game changer for me. At the institution is where I got the maximum opportunities, as I would like to say, in terms of growing my managerial skill set. At Alliance, I was encouraged by the faculties and of course by the fellow classmates in terms of being part of the management fest. That was something which was fabulous for us, because we used to participate in management fest across the city. So be it Christ, Jain, Mount Carmel's, and not only participating but also participating and winning those tournaments. And also one of the interesting things that I saw at Alliance was the students at Alliance were primarily from all over India. I had my friends from Punjab, Delhi, Haryana, Orissa, Assam, Bengal, So what really happened is it gave the complete flavor of India. My story is actually, a lot of it is tied up with Alliance and of course my friend circles within Alliance itself. Though all of us were doing graduation, we really did not have much of an idea after graduation what are we going to be doing. I'm talking about Alliance back in the day when we were just a third batch. So my dream was also to be pursuing a post-graduation in communication space, and thanks to my friends Mohit, Sajan, Jasbir, Gaurav, I got the brochure of National Institute of Fashion Technology. Though there were only 20 seats in the national level for a postgraduate degree in fashion communications, I was super lucky to have to secure one of those seats. The admission is only guaranteed if I clear my BBM final year. Again, I've reached Delhi and the results from the university always is pretty delayed, and I've already reached Delhi, and I'm there, and I've also done my orientation, and I'm calling my good friend Mohit, who's gone and checked my result, and I'm asking Mohit, what happened to the result? And he's like, hey Hari, I'm on the bike right now, can you call me back in 10 minutes? I'm just saying, all you have to say is you're either passed or fail. I'm like, yeah, call me in 10 minutes, Hari. And disconnects the call, and I'm like, oh great, the history has repeated itself, and I am now not even in Bangalore. I have come all the way to Delhi and I don't know what I'm going to be telling my folks now. And after 10 minutes I called him and I told Mohit, so tell me, how many subjects is it 1, 2? And then Mohit is like, did you know that this person failed? I said like, oh super. I mean, like, did you know that this person also did not pass? I mean, I'm talking about my peers in college, who were supposed to be doing extremely well, and now I'm like, okay, it's now more than 2 subjects, just tell me how many subjects is it? And then he said, did you know that Sergeant came first? I'm like, oh wow, fantastic. And did you know that Jasbir came in second? I'm like, super excited. That's definitely expected. And do you know who came in third? I'm like, no, it's you. I'm like, wow, it is something which is so unbelievable for me. I'm like, it is just one of those memories that stuck in my head. That really gave me a whole lot of energy, that pumped me up, and I said, yes, this is where I have learned from my mistakes. And and I'm telling you again and again, one point is that your failures are your biggest learnings, and the more the failures you have, the more the learnings you have, and those learnings take you to the next level. At the convocation, we had the President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, from the 12th failure to getting the gold medal from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was the the fulfilling moment for me. So my professional journey, I think, started at NIFT itself. The institution pushed me into the fashion events, and I just loved being part of the event. Of course, Gauri Kumar ma'am and the entire team there used to give me a lot of opportunities, and from there, Lakme India Fashion Week was one of the first events, big events that I was part of. Working with event companies like Wishcraft and TIC in terms of product launches and car launches was a huge journey that I had till about 2014. Being part of the T1 truck racing event, which was one of the biggest event back in the day. It was Tata Prima trucks racing against each other at the Budh International Circuit. And I think 2014 was one of those years when I really wanted to return back home and join the family business. Insurance has always been there in my blood. In my early days itself, I'm very thankful that my dad gave me that opportunity, and I learned how the industry worked back in the day, that if you had to make an insurance premium payment, you actually physically had to go to the client's residence or office and collect a check or a cash, because there was no online payments back in the day, and that payment needs to be deposited at the office, and then a premium receipt is generated, and then that physical copy of the premium receipt has to be delivered back to the client. If you lose a receipt, you lose a receipt. You can't then generate another one. I come from the black and white days of the insurance industry, and from then, before the privatization and to now, that whole journey that the insurance industry has gone through, we are in sync with. We know what has happened. In 2014, when I came back, I had 2 things which are very important for me. One of the things that I always had in my mind is that if I'm able to generate more employment for others, insurance being a very complex subject, a lot of the things are getting missed out. A lot of the people are not getting the benefit of insurance, because when they go to claim an insurance, they're not able to claim it because of various hurdles that they're facing. And that's when I realized that there should be somebody who comes into the market with a singular focus of helping people with their claim assistance. In 2017, with that focus, I launched WeAssist with a singular focus on helping people with their insurance claims assistance. And since then, I'm very happy to say we have helped more than 200 plus crores in claim settlements. And in 2020, I was very, very clear that we need to take it to the next level, and we need to make it more technology oriented, more process oriented. And with that in mind, I did launch the Karthika Consulting and Solutions Private Limited as a startup. We got a recognition from DPIIT, and now we are recognized as by different organizations, and we did get recognition as a startup of the year as well in the InsurTech space. And we are designing and creating a platform which will help the insurance patients going into any hospital to be able to get their claims processed much faster, much easily, and get an accountability. Though a lot of the insurance companies keep promoting the fact that the insurance claims have to be done under the cashless mode, unfortunately we might in many scenarios get admitted in hospitals which will not be in the network of the insurance companies. In those scenarios, what really happens is that the insurance patients would have to make the payments upfront and go for the claim later. This can be a twofold problem. One is not having the money to pay for the claim itself, because today, healthcare is becoming very, very expensive. It can go anywhere in the range of 2-3 lakhs, and it can go up to even 10-12 lakhs. And then second, after making the payment to the hospital, then going back and getting the reimbursement done is also a kind of a challenging process for them to be able to submit all the documents and then then wait for the insurance company to come back with any further queries, or then with the settlement itself, which could take anywhere between 30 to 60 days. WeAssist has been a big solver of that problem today. Through our NBFC partners, we've been able to fund most of these payments as a medical loan, and giving them enough time to be able to get their reimbursements from the insurance companies and then come back and pay their loans, or also take the assistance service from WeAssist in terms of the documentation or any other kind of assistance help as well. That is one space I think we are working very, very hard on, and in the last 6 months we have funded more than 50 crores in this particular space. And here we are doing today on an average anywhere between 7 to 10 crores per month. So this year what we're looking at is doing about 200 plus crores in the year, and for the future we want to be touching at least 2,000 to 2,500 crores.